Hello, and blessings from the witch. And today we're going to go over card 6, which is the Lovers. And if you see this card in a spread, you're going to think automatically, oh, a new relationship. It could be, may not be either. Okay, what this card really means is that there's going to be an opportunity for a major life decision, a crossroads. You know, where you're going to have to ultimately make the decision. Because I'm going to put a disclaimer out there right now. Even though you have your tarot read and it gives you an opportunity, it gives you a heads up, it gives you a maybe or an insight, right? It cannot tell you what to do. The cards don't tell you what to do. So later on down the line, if you make a mistake and you regret it, don't say, tarot said, because tarot doesn't talk. Okay? It's up to you to decide what you want to do and what is good in your life. Now, saying that, since this is a card of major life decisions, it's kind of hard without scenarios to explain. So I'm going to explain. I'm going to take 3 aspects of your life, and I'm going to explain the good part and the bad part, the upright and the reversed, what could happen. Because that's what you got to think about when you start thinking about where you are. And me being a reader, I'm not going to know where your life is when I'm doing a reading, but you're going to know where your major life decisions are supposed to be. So let me give you scenarios. The first one's going to be in your education. And this is probably for more college and high school kids, right? Okay. Say you have your finals coming up. And you know you've got to ace these finals to be able to go and take the major that you want for the rest of your life, what you want to do with your future. So you've got your nose in your books and you're really studying. And then all of a sudden, your posse shows up, right? And they want to go to the club. It's Friday night. Let's go to the club. And you know you shouldn't, but you know they're using peer pressure. They're leaning on you. Well, do you go or do you not? Well, if you don't, if you go ahead and stay upright and say, hey, no, I've got to study. This is really important to me. I've got to study. You know, I've got to, if I want to major in whatever I want to major in, I've got to get this done. I've got to ace it. And they reluctantly finally leave, you know, all whiny and everything. But you go to, and you take your test the next day, or your finals on what probably be Monday. And you ace it. And you feel good about yourself. And you go, yes, I did it. You are in charge of your life. Or you could do this. Oh, I guess so. Just for a little while. I need to get out of here. Peer pressure has got you under its thumb. So you go to the club. 2:30 in the morning, you're crawling up your stairs. You go to your finals the next day, if you make it at all, with a hangover. You can't concentrate, your head's thumping. And you get this big fat F on the top of your paper. Well, you might have to wait, 6 months down the road before you can take the test again? You might have to, if you can take it again. If not, you might have to even change your major. But it took a couple of seconds to make that decision on whether or not you were going to go or not to that club. I bet you're regretting it now. And then, let's go to scenario number 2. Business. So let's say you're in business with one other person and you're doing good and your financials are starting to look good and you're thinking about branching out. Okay? And you're going, okay, look at this. We're actually making it. And then this guy says, I want to bring my brother-in-law into the business. Well, do you say, okay, that sounds like a good idea to me? Or do you say, not right now? I don't think so. We're doing good on our own. Now, think about what I was saying on the last video. How does it feel for you? Are you having your trepidations? Are you having your second thoughts? Is there something inside of you saying, I don't think we should go there? Because if there is, now would be the time to speak up. You say, have the confidence to say, no, I don't think so. I don't think we should go there. I don't know him well enough. We maybe need to do a background check. We're doing well on our own. I think if we're going to add anybody else, it should be a financial advisor or someone who has some experience with this kind of business. Speak up for yourself, for what you know is right. Don't do this. Oh, sure, he sounds like a good person to me. Let's try it. And then you find out later on that he's got a rap sheet. He's been, prosecuted for embezzlement. I don't care who he's related to. He's not the right fit for that business. But once you do something like this, once you accept this, if you can't get out of it somehow, and you might have to just jump ship altogether just because you don't want to be brought down with these two. And that would be sad if it's a business that you started. But once it's there, like I said, it's history. It's in the universe. There's no taking it back. So, positive, right? Or negative life decisions. Okay, now let's go to your relationship. Let's say that you're in a relationship that's worked for you. It's a loving, competent relationship. Give and take. You're happy with each other. You've built a home together. You know each other inside out. You can finish each other's sentences. And then this other person comes along. This person. You don't really know him or her or whoever, but they're interested in you. They show interest. They start flirting. Do you or do you not go for it? Well, if you go for it, you may find out that this person's not the person that he portrays himself as. I'm having trouble with my speech again. Like I said, I'm getting old. He's not the person he wants you to think he is. He's putting on a mask. He probably can't add up to the one you've got at home. He's not Mr. Perfect. He may have a criminal history. Your kids are not his kids. There is, even though it came out as a nice relationship and something new in the beginning, the new wears off. And then you're thinking, I should have never left this. Right? Because this made me happy. However, if this finds out about this, he may make the decision for you. And then he's gone. And then either you're left with this or you're left with nothing. You understand where I'm going? One decision can affect the rest of your life. Whether you make the right decision or the wrong decision, it's got to be something you are willing to live with. Because now, at this point, any decisions that's going to be made as far as your relationship are in his court. Does he forgive? But can he forget? Or she or whoever. You see what I'm saying? Was it worth it? So, the Lover's cards mean that there's going to be a fork in the road, a major life decision that needs to be made. Make it with maturity. Make it with the question in your mind about how it's going to affect your life later on. Are you going to be happy with this? Do you have any qualms? Is your conscience talking to you? Okay. Again, I can lecture forever, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go ahead and put this card away and talk to you about something I did yesterday that I was really upset with. Again, I have to live with it. Okay. I went out to the trails yesterday and I felt really pretty good. I went from the north to the south. It's a loop instead of the south to the north because I wanted to get to this little hut that's handmade there because I wanted to do my rituals. I was going to actually do these on video, the cleansing ritual and the ritual that I offer. Well, I offer apples to these. I thought that, like I said, I thought they were little people. And just to make contact. And I did the chanting, you know, like I do. And I've never done this around other people. And the fact that I put it on video was actually like a leap of faith, like the Fool would do. It was a leap of faith because I knew people could, you know, come back with recriminations and all kinds of negative comments about that. But it's what I do, and it's one of my things that, you know, I strega, witch, right? So it's kind of witch magic. It's kind of earth magic, I guess. I put that wrong. I do a lot of wrong stuff, but that's okay because, like I said, you know, I'm getting old, plus the fact that, hey, everybody makes mistakes. I'm not going to apologize. It happens. Take ownership for it. And anyway, I went out and I did all this and I was feeling good about it. I thought, okay, I'm going to release it and I'm going to absorb the comments, right? So I get home and I'm going to upload it to the cloud. There's no audio in the first part of the video at all. And the thing is, the phone rang, and I film on my phone, when I was out there. So I know that the audio works. I know that the ringtone was on and that the audio worked. And I was watching it count down when I was doing my ritual. So I know it was recording. That there's no audio. The parts where I'm actually offering the apples and doing my sage ceremony and everything, it's not there. It's like the camera had somehow gotten in the wrong position or something. And like I said, I was looking at it when I was filming. So I don't know how that happened, but it did. Anyway, there's 15 seconds, about 15 seconds of that whole video where you can hear the audio and you can see the visual. But it is lack of a better word, the creepiest 15 seconds I think I've had in a wooded environment in my life. And I'm going to try to attach that to the end of this video, so that hopefully will be the last thing you see. I don't know that I can. I did get, let me show you. See, I did get, finally, I got my Final Cut Pro tutorial. So I'm going to try to attach that to the end of the video so you can see it. And I would like you to be able to get on the comments and tell me what you see there in the background. What is it? I mean, it shows the only, like I said, 15 seconds of audio and visual. And you can hear me saying, "Are you there?" Because I heard this rustling, like not far from me, like when you hear the leaves going. So I said, "Are you there?" And then the camera pans and then it goes off. But when it's panning, there's something over to the side there. I don't know. So you tell me if you see anything or not. Okay? Because I couldn't really slow it down and zoom it in enough to where I could see it good. I've got to go, like I said, I actually edit at the library. So I won't be able to even do that until Monday, and today is Friday. So this video here will be released on Monday. And then I'm going to do another video. This one is just The one I'm going to do next is just kind of a rant. I call it my Karen therapy, because I don't care who you are. At some point in your life, Karen takes over, right? I try to keep a balance in my life, but at times I can feel Karen coming to the surface, and the worse I feel, the closer Karen is. And I know everybody has those moments. So I'm going to just say my next one is going to be about the Karen therapy. But what I want you to keep in mind right now is to please watch this video, the end of this video. Let me know what you see in the background after I say, are you there? Okay, well, blessings from the witch, and I shall see you hopefully tomorrow, and have a blessed rest of the day. Bye. Are you here?